Starting in 2004, John Mayer's Fear Rig featured an outboard reverb unit called the Soldano Space Box. And I'm your host today, Ryan the Tone Geek, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. We're going to do some sound demos, and then we're going to compare it with another John Mayer outboard reverb unit that he's used in the past, which is the Victoria Reverberato. So let's just get right into it. All right, so the Space Box debuted at NAMM 2003, and it features two 12AX7 tubes, which is kind of a very simplified design for an outboard spring reverb. They say it shares characteristics of the Fender outboard reverb, but there's different tube complements, so I'm not quite sure if they're talking about the sound or if they're talking about the circuitry, but it's definitely not true. Going inside here, it's pretty well done. It's very spacious. No pun intended to the Space Box. But I'll do a whole nother video on just the analysis of the tech and the geekiness of the insides. All right, so my rig today is a PRS dead spec with the preamp on, going through an analysis plus cable, the exact same one that John is using on stage. It's around 30 feet. And the amplifier today is my Dumble Ultraphonics build in the Bandmaster head cabinet. It's the same one that Zapata from the Gary Clark Jr. band has been playing with around the world. So this is very cool to get this amplifier back and to use it in this demo. A lot of people were looking forward to that amp as well. It does get clean, and you're going to hear the clean side of that amp as well. I'm going to capture everything direct using my Boss tube amp expander with no other effects on. So no reverb, no additional anything. It's going to be a straight recording. And the speaker choice of the impulse response is going to be G1265s. Headphones are highly recommended, especially when I get to the demo between the Reverberato and the Space Box. You're going to hear some things, and I'm going to talk about that after. So did you hear it? Did you hear the little EQ thing that the Space Box does? It kind of makes the signals sound a little bit more hi-fi. I did try to dial in the reverberato, as you might have noticed, to match the kind of reverb tails of the Space Box, and I really wasn't able to get there. These are very different reverbs, and it could be the tank, it could be the circuit design. There's a lot of things in here that's different about each other, but that EQ, that it makes it like almost like hi-fi, which is good, especially for this amplifier, because as you heard from the dry signal, you probably noticed that the amp is pretty dark. It's pretty low key, kind of in the pocket, but as soon as that Space Box turns on, it gives it that hi-fi vibe, kind of like that Jerry Garcia thing. So that's I can see why John would like this box used a lot. Now, talking with Alejandro from John Mayer Gear page on Instagram, he thinks that that reverb is actually routed as through the FX reverb of John's kind of signal selector. So any of the amplifiers or all of the amplifiers could go through that Space Box, or could have that Space Box signal to give that overall hi-fi dry signal and reverb, of course, to each of the amplifiers on stage. Kind of interesting to think about. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more, all that stuff. And I hope to be back and doing more videos like this from now on. Take care.